Hi there guys, welcome to Tech Phantom Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing my Parnis GMT Automatic watch. It's obviously a GMT and an automatic. These are not commonly found in the lower budget range, quite difficult to find really, because of that GMT hand. Now if you don't know what a GMT is, then I will point out what the difference from a normal watch is. This blue hand here, I'm just pointing to with the pen lid there, professional pointing techniques. Basically that hand allows you to keep track of a second time zone, and up to even 3 actually, but realistically 2. So as you can see, it's got the Mercedes style hands like from a Rolex. This is based on the Rolex Batman. So yeah, which is it's a gorgeous watch, and I think this watch does a good job at copying it. Really, you know, that's we've got to say it. Yes, it is a copy of the Rolex GMT Batman version. I love the style. I love the paintwork. My particular model here, I'm not too happy with the blue and the black, as you may be able to tell. The 18 and the 6. The blue paint doesn't quite go to the middle of the 6 there, and on the real thing, the blue paint is in the middle of the 8, I believe. So I did write to the company that I bought this watch from, and they have sent me out a bezel, which, might I point out, is actually ceramic, which is very uncommon for a lower priced watch. So you can get a lot of copies of Parnis's. Basically, my understanding is that they outsource their manufacturing processes and then to all different cheap companies and put all the parts together to create a Parnis watch. I'm not a Parnis expert. I've just done some reading, and yeah, that's my understanding. So the watch I've found keeps pretty good time. I'm losing around, no, actually it's quick, it's 10 seconds a day that I'm gaining at the moment, which isn't too bad for a cheap automatic, really. Not ideal. But a little bit about the watch. It's water resistant up to, I believe, 30 meters, but obviously that will depend on the manufacturing quality. I wouldn't like to try it myself. Not that I don't trust Parnis. I just don't know if this is a genuine or if this is a copy, but the website will give you details on the water resistance. This is more of a look at the watch itself. It is nice. It's a great size, a great shape. The bezel twist makes a great noise. I believe that is 120 clicks all the way around, 2 clicks a second. It's nice, it's finished nicely. It feels good on the wrist. It's quite heavy. You've got your crown here, which has got the nice Parnis P. The back of the case is pretty uninteresting, but I actually think that the clasp is one of the best in the range. So you can see there, you got the Parnis logo on the back, but this push button deployment is beautiful. Look at the machining on the inside of this clasp. It's gorgeous, and it's really nice. It's a lovely clasp. I certainly trust it. And then there is, hopefully you can see, yeah, there's the inside of the clasp. Really well made clasp. Really like it a lot. So yeah, very happy with that. And yeah, it's a really nice little clasp. You've got your micro adjustments just there. So 3 of those. And yeah, really pleased with the clasp. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I've had the watch for a month and a half, 2 months, and I've been pleased with it. As I say, I've got a new bezel on the way, which is ceramic, amazing. So I'll replace that at some point. I found that the movement is a little bit fidgety, a little bit questionable. So when I'm not going to do it because it'll get stuck potentially. When you unscrew the crown, basically the first setting should allow you to do quick adjust on the date window there, and also which is twisting it one way. I believe that's counterclockwise, and clockwise will adjust the GMT hand. Now correct me if that's the other way around. And I keep finding that the movement gets stuck, and instead of adjusting those two things, it adjusts the main time of the watch, which is very frustrating when you're trying to set the watch correctly so you can measure it and all these kinds of things. And you want your watch to be about right, don't you? So it's a bit of a pain. Obviously, you're not going to do that every single day if you wear it regularly, because it's going to last probably somewhere around 35 hours to 40 hours on a full charge. And as I say, it's automatic, so that means winding it or moving your wrist a lot. But yeah, a bit of a shame. However, there aren't that many GMT movements about, so can't be too picky for this price point, which is, I paid under £100 for this, which is pretty good for the quality. I think you've definitely got value for money, even with a sticky movement and a sticky crown. The crown is a screw down crown, and I'll just demonstrate that at least. So a bit of unwinding and boop, there we go, pops out. It has hacking. There you go, as you can see, it's stopped. The second hand, which basically allows you to accurately set the time. If I twist that, let's see, so that first click allows you to wind the watch. Might be able to hear that. And the other way does nothing. First click out, we're not hacking yet. Twisting it clockwise, the crown clockwise. Okay, clockwise does the date, as you can see, and then counterclockwise, after a few twists, adjusts that GMT hand. And then if we pull the crown out one more time, just got that out there, that now adjusts the main time of the watch. Sometimes I have an issue screwing the crown back in, but let's see if we're going to have an issue today. Yep, we are. Nope, it's behaving. There we go. That's screwed back in, so that's a thumbs up for the waterproofing there, theoretically. As I said, I'm not trying it. Yeah, you've got mineral crystal on the glass, which does take to fingerprints well, but that's fine. It's a nice watch. Would recommend, definitely. As long as you're willing to accept that it's not the most expensive watch. It's not the highest quality watch, but I think you get good bang for your buck. You have lume on the main hands, and I really like it. I like the watch. It's a good watch. So just as an introduction into how a GMT watch works, you've got your standard hour, minute, second hands, and then you've also got this GMT hand, which is this blue one here, and you've got the bezel around the outside with different numbers to what you'd normally see on a dive watch. So you've got from the number 1, 0 even, all the way to number 24, which is that 0 again. So the way that it works is, at the moment it's 14 minutes past 10 using the normal hands, and then actually, funnily enough, well, it's just coming up to 10 o'clock in your second time zone. So that's how that would work with that little white 0 at the top. So it's whatever this GMT hand points to on the outside, and obviously that hand actually is 24 hours, so that hand will rotate once every 24 hours, as opposed to like a normal hour hand twice every 24 hours.